Welcome, everybody. My name's Mary Burnett. I am your tarot reader, back with the messages for the week of July 8th, which is a pretty interesting week, of course, as usual. But this week is more important as far as faded information, faded conversation. Mindset is really important this week. We have a really active sky between Jupiter and the nodes. The North Node is what we've come here to learn. It's an important part of our path. The South Node is the past. It's what we've done in previous lifetimes. Could be things that you've done or learned at a very young age. But now there's something about that balance between the past and the future that Jupiter is trying to show us and teach us. So, if you're new to my channel, I like to mix in a little astrology with the tarot. You can do me a favor and click on that subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification every time I post new content. You can also visit my website, maryleeburnett.com, to see all of my extraordinary free resources that I have out there available to help you plan your week. So let me do what I can to help you succeed in life, in love, in work. I'd be happy to work with you. And when you go to my website, maryleeburnett.com, you can always check out my special offers that I have available to you as well. All right, so with that, let us go ahead and jump in. Again, if you're new, I draw a card for every sign. You want to be sure to watch for your sun, moon, and rising so that you get a well-rounded view of the week ahead. And I always start with Aries, so let's get started, Aries. And your message is, speaking of information, you have the Page of Air. And so that is someone that you meet this week that might have a very distinct way of telling you what you want or don't want to hear. The sword's energy, right? It's a sword. It can be a bit sharp. And pages literally are the messenger. So they bring information to you that you need to hear, but it isn't always delivered in the most gentle of ways. So don't shoot the messenger. Just pay attention to the actual message that you get this week, because the page is the energy of the number 1. And that means this is something that'll help you start new and fresh. So it's a good idea. It's a big idea. Pay attention to it, and more importantly, take action on it, Aries. Up next, we have Taurus. All right, Taurus, you have the Major Arcana card of Strength, which in this deck is the number 11. So this is opening a portal for you. There is information that is given to you this week that will cause you to need to go within, to focus on your inner strength. This isn't about using your muscles, right? This is about using your spirit, using what you have within you to tame the beast, right? If you look at this picture, this angel is not carrying a whip to make this lion tame, right? There is just an energy about her, and that energy is what keeps everything and everyone around her calm. And that's you this week. So call on your inner strength with whatever information you learn this week, Taurus, and that will help you get through whatever this situation is. Gemini. All right, Gemini, you have the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands means that there's a lot of heavy lifting ahead for you this week. There's something that you're really passionate about. That's what the Wands represent. And that means that in order to achieve your goal, you just got to keep pushing through. There is something you want and you desire, but it's challenging you to get there, and don't give up, right? So the number 9 says This is a week of completion. So push all the way through this week. Follow your passion, and the hard work will absolutely be worth it, Gemini. Up next, we have Cancer. All right, Cancers, you have the Magician card. So another major arcana card like Taurus. And did you know that the two of you work really well together? So there could be something that draws a Cancer and a Taurus together this week. And it is Cancer who has all the answers, who has all the magic to help manifest whatever it is you desire. And that's the lesson of the magician. The magician isn't necessarily doing the magic for you. The magician is showing you that you have all the resources you need. So, of course, this is representing the cups, the wands, the pentacles, the swords, right? All of those elements, the four suits in the tarot, are what you need to call upon in order to create what it is that you want this week. So, the cups, open your heart. The wands, follow your passion. The pentacles, believe you deserve it. And the swords, keep your mind clear and speak up for what you want and put it out there into the universe. And then you'll create this major new beginning. Because again, major arcana, big energy week, Cancer, and the number one, a fresh new beginning. All right, Leo. All right, Leos, this is a great week ahead for you because you have the Nine of Earth, also known as the Nine of Pentacles. And it's a week where you're feeling financially sound. This is a strong, independent energy for you. So especially good week if you're a Leo that happens to be an entrepreneur. So exciting accomplishments. And maybe it's a big project that you are completing. And as a result, you've got a lot more financial security than you've ever had in the past. So you, again, are one of the signs that has the energy of the number 9. So you're completing something important this week, something important attached to work and money and finances. And as a result of that completion, you're gaining some kind of financial independence. So go you, Leos. Virgo. All right, Virgos. This is a bit of a warning card. The Five of Cups or Five of Water is something that you're disappointed in, but you don't need to stay stuck there, right? Things that leave our life leave for a reason, and we have to get comfortable with whatever that is. And disappointment isn't something that has to be the end of the world, right? It just means whatever this disappointment is about, it's something that was not meant for you. The good thing about the energy of the number 5 is it brings in change. So don't sit there and literally cry over spilled milk like this picture shows. Focus on what is still in the carton, right? What those 2 cups are that have not spilled over. Focus appreciation for those things in your life that are still really going well. And where we focus our attention is what we will get more of. So don't waste time on whatever this disappointment is. It's time to move on and move forward, and you'll be really glad you did. Libra. Right, Libras, you too have a major arcana card this week, so it's a big week ahead. And the awakening card is the Hanged Man card. So this is you gaining some kind of new perspective. So whatever this information or lesson is between Jupiter and the nodes, it is something that might change your whole perspective about life, right? What is going on for you? You've been doing the hard work. We talk about this all the time, because of the fact that the South Node is going through your sign. There's a lot of things that you're letting go of and releasing. And each time you release something new, something better comes in to replace it. So What is it that needs awakened within you? You want to spend some quiet time in meditation this week to understand the big changes coming in. This is the number 3. So it is a week to connect to spirit and listen for guidance on where the big changes are coming in for you this week, Libra. Scorpio. All right, another intense energy because we have another major arcana card, Scorpios. You have the balance card, also known as temperance. And that's literally what this week will require of you. Now, sometimes that means you have a challenging week ahead where you're going to have to maintain your emotional balance. So what is it that you do when you're feeling overly stressed? When you're feeling like things are a bit out of control? Well, you know, Scorpios, you like to hide. But if you weren't just to hide out and instead process this, stay present and available to other people, you know, what is it that you do to maintain balance? You're a water sign. You really do need to make sure you nourish yourself and get enough water. You nourish yourself emotionally this week. And remember, this is the number 14, which becomes the number 5. So whatever you're going through this week, the big challenges, they're bringing in needed change. So don't let it stress you out too much. Just get ready for something different to come in. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, you have the 8 of Fire, also known as the 8 of Wands, and that means it's a really busy week ahead for you. Things are moving forward very quickly. You may be traveling, you may have sudden changes in travel plans, but whatever it is, you're moving forward in a way that requires strength. That number 8 is the number of strength and leadership, and maybe your leadership role is changing. Maybe a leader in your company is changing, and that creates changes in your life as well. So remember, you are strong, you are resilient, and following your passion this week may make things change so quickly your head's spinning, but it's a good thing. So go with it and don't try to stay stuck. You absolutely have to move forward this week, Sagittarius. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, you have the 8 of Water this week. So there is a disappointing situation that you are absolutely ready to move on from. And it's a good thing. It's just long overdue at this point. You're just done with whatever the situation is. It's been emotionally draining for you. And maybe you've just even been feeling just absolutely blah. And now it's time, right? So you really have to pay attention to even the littlest things that light you up and bring you joy. What is that? And how can you get more of that in your life? It's definitely not sitting and staying in situations that you're in right now. It is about moving on and moving forward and being strong enough to do it, right? It takes a risk to walk away from something that seems great on the surface, but it's not feeding your soul. So that 8, use your strength to step away from what no longer serves you, and you'll be really glad you did. Aquarius. The Transformation card, so again, another major arcana card, means huge change is coming for you. And you're being guided, right? And you're protected. I like the vision in this card where it doesn't seem like all doom and gloom, but you know, your angels and your guides are there. The butterfly is saying this is a time of transformation. So it is. Something big is going on this week, and it brings in tremendous amount of change. Now, whenever I look at the Transformation card, I do think of the sign Aquarius because it's ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is all about lightning and shaking things up and sudden unexpected changes. So you have to go within this week. 16 becomes the number 7. The answers you seek for whatever this disruption is, they don't come from the outside. They come from the inside. So get yourself out of places where you, again, have been stuck. You've felt trapped. When I see this card, I almost think of it being like a tower that's a prison, right? So you've been locked away from something for so long, and now it's time to move on. Don't be afraid of it. Just go. And last but not least, Pisces. Oh, right. Wow, we've had a lot of major arcana cards this week. So, which is no surprise because of Jupiter being a big influential power. And so you have the sun. So congratulations, Pisces. There is some personal goal that you are achieving this week that has you feeling pretty amazing. Now, whatever it is, right? You're feeling successful, you're getting recognized, you're in the spotlight, and it will feel amazing. The sun reminds us to have fun too, to get outside and enjoy that time with other people. So make this an amazing week. If nobody celebrates you, make sure you celebrate yourself and complete whatever it is that you've put in front of you as a goal. Because if you push through this week, then you're getting the recognition that you deserve. Because the number 19 becomes the number 1. And that means there's a major new beginning as a result of you achieving your goals this week. So it's really exciting news, Pisces. All right. Keep me posted, everybody. I love your comments. I love to hear how the week turns out compared to the forecast that I give you for the week. Trust me, I look at these myself, and for all my sun, moon, and rising aspects, and I always tell people, get curiously detached about how this is going to show up for you this week, and then go back and watch the previous week. It's really fascinating sometimes to think, oh, that's what the card said, and I didn't quite understand what it meant. But once I've lived through it, I go back and look at the cards, and I'm completely fascinated by it. So I hope you do have an amazing week ahead. I hope you will come back and join me next week as well. And if you want to know more, check out the articles for July. Of course, we just finished a new moon in Cancer. We have an incredible, very interesting full moon in Capricorn that's coming up on the 21st. So you definitely want to read my articles about that. It is an ending that leads to some serious work that we all have to do. And so I, again, am curiously fascinated and staying detached, but I'm watching all of these things that are coming up in the week ahead, and next week's even more intriguing, especially on the 15th. So be sure to join me next week, and be sure to go watch my Astro lesson, which will give you a breakdown day by day and go more into this topic about Jupiter and the nodes as they will speak in harmony all week long. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you next week. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Go check out the Astro lesson also on my YouTube channel to see the full week broken down day by day. Take care.